So welcome to whatever the hell this is. So we were looking at clips of
with all these new clips.
Yeah, so there's all these new clips of Beauty and the Beast, the live action movie, and it is just like frighteningly apparent that this. Look, people are gonna like the movie. They're gonna love the movie, and regardless of what we say,
who cares what we say?
You know, hopefully,
take it with a grain of salt.
Hopefully, some Disney exec...
we are huge fans of the original animated film. We're
we're
like, at least I feel like I'm a Beauty and the Beast 1991 animated film purist. So I feel like nothing can top it, honestly.
Yeah, and you know, I feel like this is like it's a really important movie, and like I mean it won. Well, it didn't win, but it got nominated for Best Picture. Not that the Oscars really mean anything important.
No.
But like in pop culture, in popular culture, and to the Academy who don't vote. I mean, like literally, this is like small tangent.
They never watched the animated.
This is a small tangent. There are Academy voters who literally they voted for Frozen because their kid liked it, quote unquote.
Not because of
the content, not because it was a good movie, not because the story was good, not because the writing was good, not because it was animated well, just because their kid liked it. I mean, there are legitimately people who voted like because of that reason. It's incredibly like asinine that animation is still not respected out here in the West as much as it could be and as much as it should be.
Yeah, like, because like at least in like Japan, they're like really respected and
you know, and the thing too is that like some people are like, oh, it's just, you know, garbage for kids, you know, like who cares? But at the same time, it's like, okay, but they're like that's like
saying action movies are garbage for adolescent 13-year-old boys.
Yeah, it's like that's not necessarily true. And here's the thing, don't you want your kids to be growing up with good content?
Yeah.
You know, with like really solid stuff. I mean, we are so visually illiterate that, you know, I can see why people will like this no matter what. So we're going to break down a few things right now as we talk. And
hopefully
we might go a little
25 minutes,
we might go a little bit longer, but I'll probably edit some of this down. So,
like what we just said.
Yeah, so the first thing we're going to look at is the final trailer here for...
Yeah, because it's already March. It comes out in like 10 days, so...
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that right now. Let's see, am I still recording? Yeah, still recording. Okay, just making sure. Right. Okay, here we go. So, let's talk about this. Let me turn it down
First, they edited it like a normal movie from 2017.
Yeah.
What is up with that girl's hair? Look how huge this town of people is.
There are a lot of people.
And it's small-minded as well.
Yeah, so there's not much going on in this beginning part, and I think like that's fine, you know, because the beginning of the movie is just a lot of setup. But we'll get back to that in a minute because we're gonna look at the clip for Belle, and that's also like, I think that's a good shot too.
That one, yeah.
Yeah,
that one's
I like the music here too, where they use the score from the film, the original film. You know that.
Comes the light.
Goat man, weird goat man.
Yeah, he's not a beast. He's just a goat
He's
man.
a weird goat man.
Who said that?
Shoot, I gotta get rid of this.
You can talk.
Well, of course. It's all he ever does.
Okay, God, I don't know if we should just watch the whole thing or like, well, no, we should stop because we're not gonna. So let's go back really quick.
Who said that?
Here's one of my major problems with the movie right now is the design, and I think like some of the design is okay. A lot of the design is weird, and I don't like. One of the things I really don't like is the inanimate objects. They are so incredibly intricate, but
they're
like
too detailed when they don't need to be.
I can't tell what's going on. Like this shot, I'm running this in 1080p.
She's as shocked as we are.
I like.
That's the first expression I've seen her make in all these clips.
Like, look,
we
haven't seen a close up of Lumiere, and then there's a clip that they just released today. Not today, maybe like it was like 2 days ago or something. But there's a clip they released with Lumiere, and I have not gotten a close up of his face. I don't know what his face looks like. Like, I can't tell from here what his face looks like. I don't know what his hands look like. I don't know.
Go back.
I don't know what Cogsworth. What is happening with Cogsworth? I can't see anything. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just
I can't see anything because I'm too busy looking at
It's like
too many things.
It's like, well, I mean, what's it? What's it supposed to be based off of? The design of the original film, and from what we can gather, the design of this film as well. It's what is it? It's like the Baroque style and
at least
like,
the castle.
Yeah,
basically.
the castle itself. Yeah,
it's like a Baroque style. So like, this is from her humanities courses, whatever. But like, take it from a college student who's taken one humanities course on that kind of stuff. But anyway, you know, the Baroque style, like the joke in the animated film.
Yeah,
the Baroque style is like very gaudy. Lots of gold, lots of details, designs, like frills and stuff.
Yeah.
So like the inside of the Palace of Versailles, if you look up pictures of like rooms inside the Palace of Versailles, that's like Baroque style.
Yeah.
So it's like very detailed, very gaudy. Very, you know, it's very loud, I guess.
Yeah.
In a sense, like not loud as in loud colors, but loud as in it's very decorative. There's lots of going on. There's lots of details.
And I think like the animated film does a good job. We'll get back into this in a minute, but I think the animated film does a good job of you know, paring that down to its essentials. Paring that down, is that a phrase? I don't know.
There's still details.
Yeah, there's details
that make it look fancy, like how Baroque style is supposed to look, but it's not distracting.
It's not distracting, and this is incredibly distracting. And
I think there's too much Baroque style going on in here.
But yeah, so these are very problematic to me. These characters.
I think so. The castle that looks cool. Honestly.
It does.
That looks really cool.
Yeah. I mean
that just looks nice.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Cool.
It looks
like
good.
I want to go there. That looks cool. But like, I mean, I get it. They want Baroque style. Like they've got it, but I think they have too much.
I think
it's way too much.
I think what was it? Bill Condon said something about being photorealistic or something, and it's like, dude. It's a movie about talking inanimate objects. Like,
that's kind of like, I mean, if you look at Dreamgirls, it's very 60s. Like, it's extremely 60s.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where it's almost like self-parody 60s
Okay, so
style.
Here's one of the things we were talking about earlier. So Chip does this little thing, and he's got a nice little face there, I guess.
But he doesn't sound like a little kid.
Yeah, he does sound a little...
I mean, in the animated film, it's a little kid. Like, he sounds like a little kid. So this sounds like a 14-year-old kid.
Yeah, that is weird. And so this is a weird combination of shots. He does this little trick. He does this little thing in the movie. And then that's the reverse? Like, what is that?
It probably isn't the reverse.
Like, see, is this the trailer being edited by somebody and this is actually not the reverse shot? Or is that actually the reverse shot? What kind of response is that to the Chip's little thing?
Yeah, she should be like
that is
giggling.
very
But to
strange.
be fair, she doesn't have very many expressions in any of these trailers.
Yeah, I don't know.
That shot is so
so weird. Yeah.
Yeah, there I still can't look. Okay, the wardrobe is a good example of like Baroque style.
Yeah, let's see. So. Oh yeah, so really quick, he looks very floaty in that shot right there. He doesn't have a lot of weight to him. Yeah, the
like frills and everything. Oh my god, why do you
Hang on. It's because I missed the... Oh god, it's so short, like it won't even show me the thing. Okay, yeah, you're mad. Whatever. Oh no! Okay,
yeah,
here we
okay,
go.
so...
Yeah, see? I think that works. That's pretty good.
I just noticed right now, because there was a shot of her holding Lumiere.
Uh-huh.
He never looks the right proportions. Like, in some shots, he looks really small. But in that shot where she's holding it, he looks like the size he's supposed to be.
He's got, like, a Fantastic Mr. Fox problem. Which is, like, that happens all throughout that movie. Where
yeah.
He's, like...
Sometimes they look really small compared to the people.
And then, like,
sometimes they look huge.
Really big, yeah.
Like I get it if it's, like, a close-up,
like
but
they're standing next to something. But again, I have yet to see a close-up, except of Chip. I have yet to see a close-up of the inanimate objects, and it's incredibly...
Well, even this, the wardrobe is kind of...
Yeah. Okay, so the beast, whatever. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Why is he wearing, like... What is up with his clothes?
Yeah. Away. Okay, he's dead.
She's contemplating whether she should just leave him, I guess.
When your mom wakes you up in the morning for school.
You have to stand.
And then...
What? Okay, you have to stand.
I don't know why.
What? Okay, no, in the animated film, she lugged his body onto the horse.
I know, yeah.
Without saying anything.
Way to show
she
initiative
just did
there,
it.
Belle.
She just did it. Lugged his body on top of the horse. Just saying. Just saying.
So this is a silly shot. I don't know why it just looks funny to me. The Beast, like, it looks like he's Rip Van Winkle, and like he just woke up after like 50 years, and he's
he
like
just
just
looks
really
super
hairy.
weird.
Yeah,
very
he's just
strange. Where are his
strange looking.
horns? How is he lying down
Like,
in a pit in
he
pillows?
just like ripped the pillows open. He has like a horn.
It looks
Jeez,
very
the-
strange. Like they
Okay,
disappeared.
so here's what I was telling Mia right now. The design, like if any of you saw Suicide Squad, which I do not recommend, but if any of you saw Suicide
Just look up
Squad,
the pictures.
like this, I mean, he seems to be suffering from Killer Croc. That face. He seems to be suffering from like Killer Croc syndrome, where the character is literally. Oh no, that's wrong. Or the character literally looks. It's like they did a practical effect, which I think this movie would have looked way better.
Yeah, and then you use CG to enhance it.
Like he suffers from the same problem as Killer Croc, because Killer Croc, it's a practical effect, so they just put this big head piece over the
his
actor's actual head. So he's got this like big ass head, and it makes his
he has
shoulders
small shoulders.
Yeah, his shoulders look really tiny, like this image right here. Oh god. What am I looking at here?
I don't know.
And like this image here, he's got this huge head and he's got these tiny shoulders.
Yeah, his neck looks really thick.
Yeah, so like you end up with this strange looking thing.
But it's also because he's wearing two jackets. Like you can't tell because he's wearing like two jackets.
Yeah, but then once he
when
takes
he
them
takes
off,
them off, yeah, he has really like regular sized shoulders.
So the Beast here, I think, would have been helped with practical effects, but I think what would have been good is
He needs like a hump or something.
Yeah.
Not a hump, but like.
Well, one of the things they try to do in the original animated film, the Beast stands like a beast, and then the more he falls in love with Belle and the more Belle talks to him, he starts to stand up straight and stand more human. And in this movie, it seems like he's just kind of like hunched over a little bit.
Yeah, it's
not
like
really,
he doesn't have good posture, that's it.
Yeah. Once again, not a close-up. I can kind of see better what's going on because they're not moving around. There's just a lot going on with these characters, and it's it's frankly distracting, which is, I guess, fine. They could look better, though.
The library
okay,
is
here we go.
like not as big.
It's not as big, which I understand, because the one in the animated film is like, that would be impossible.
It's like stupidly big.
It's like stupidly big.
But,
How many,
but
like,
you get a sense of like.
Again, we'll talk
like,
about
it's
the
her own,
scale
you
in a
know.
minute. Yeah.
God.
I hate the faces in that animation. He looks like
Also,
dumb.
another problem is like he's supposed to be illiterate. That's the whole thing in the animated film. In a deleted scene, no less.
Yeah.
When she's reading him like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Because he can't read. Because he was turned into a beast when he was like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Like he had no desire to read or learn to read and stuff. So how does he know that most of those books are in Greek?
Okay, so...
and why does he say it with that smug
okay, so let's move on.
expression?
Now, I need to open a new tab, but let's move on. So they released a clip of Gaston.
It's like right there.
2017.
Oh no, it's not.
No, that's a different thing.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is the 19. No, this is the 47-second one. Is that it?
I don't know. I can't tell.
So. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. No one's quick as Gaston. No one's next as incredible. Quick as Gaston. Did he just kill again? Yeah.
No, I think he just.
Yeah. No, he just cracks neck.
Cracked that guy's.
Okay.
I don't like their design.
So-
the are they Babettes? Yeah, I don't like their design in this. Why aren't they blonde? They're supposed to stand out. I like Josh Gad in this part though.
Yeah, I do.
I think he's like perfect casting. But that's because he already looks like the character.
So, legitimately, my biggest issue is this last cut here in the shot, in the sequel. Like, this is so... And this becomes more apparent when you watch the clip from Belle that they've released, which is the opening song of the film, if you aren't familiar with that. But it becomes incredibly apparent that, like, the live-action stuff is very... I'm going to quote a comment I read, haphazardly edited. It seems like they just had a bunch of cameras running and they just kind of went for it. Like
yeah, like nothing moves.
And here's the thing. So let's compare the two sequences, which I know some people are gonna be like, "Well, don't compare them." And I would argue, yeah, don't compare them. But you know.
Yeah, but
okay,
this
so
one the camera moves.
Okay, yeah. So here we go. Look at this. 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 Look at this.
Why did they cut to that shot?
Like, yeah, what is this editing? Okay, so who plays darts like Gaston? Who breaks hearts like Gaston? And then he's smugly's like, oh, well, I guess he's right. Who's much more than the sum of his parts like Gaston. Also, I get very confused about the geography.
Yeah, what
of
is
the
I
number.
cannot tell what's happening here.
Because so LeFou starts. Where is he here? So he starts here, right? He's somewhere. Okay, I think he's right behind Gaston.
Yeah,
here.
or next to him.
I can't tell because they, for some reason, are framing it up so I can see the musicians. And this is a damn musical, people. The music comes out of nowhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the set, whatever. Okay, so so there we go.
Right there next to him.
He's behind Gaston, and then he jumps on the table. Gaston's weirded out by some like homeless man.
This is very strange and boring blocking, honestly.
And there's nothing
blocking,
happening.
by the way, if you don't know what blocking is the term for when you tell the actors to move something. So their blocking is where they move the speakers.
So, yeah, okay, so that opening bit is pretty boring.
There's no man in town as admired as you. You're everyone's favorite.
Yeah, well, at least here he's like interacting with the person he's singing about.
And I don't know, because this part's not in the clip, so this very well could be in the film. I don't know. But I mean, like, and obviously this is an animated film, but when you're doing a musical, like, your big musical numbers should be your big selling point. And it's frustrating to watch a big movie musical where the musical numbers seem to be shot like a regular sequence. And, like, you wouldn't shoot a car chase like you shoot a dialogue scene.
I'm trying to think of any other musical that kind of does it like that, but I can't because
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls, yeah. Well, it's because it's the same director.
And, like, I guess Into the Woods, but arguably Into the Woods and other Stephen Sondheim music and lyric musicals. He also did the music and lyrics for Sweeney Todd. They're very talkative. They're not like big numbers. They're very
Sondheim music and lyrics, because it all sounds the same, unfortunately.
No offense to Sondheim fans. I'm a fan of Sondheim.
He's only really good when he does the lyrics, but if he does the music too, it sounds like Into the Woods sounds like Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily a problem. I mean, it's very like.
But
whatever,
because if you think about like the old movie musicals that got like that were adapted from the stage to the film, like Fiddler on the Roof or like West Side Story or something, like all those sequences, the big music sequences, like the Mambo sequence
in West Side
Story, like you can see what's happening. Like they don't need close-ups on everybody singing or dancing. The camera just has to follow people so we can see whose turn it is that we need our focus on them without which is on the stage you do that with like the lighting, so like the lights go down on one side and then it's on this group of people and they're doing one thing and then the lights change. But in a film you have to have the camera move,
and you can still do stuff with lighting, but the camera's got to be showing you what's going on and the camera's got to be moving in rhythm, and the editing has to be in rhythm with the music. Now when you're editing arrhythmically, you're not editing in the beat of the sequence, and you can use that effectively. I can't think of a good example right now.
Like, another good example I think is like the movie adaptation of like Hairspray. Like the musical. Like it's all like the camera moves even though it's like a modern kind of setting. Like the camera still moves because people are always dancing or like singing or like
and that's not like the best movie musical.
Yeah, it's not.
But like it's like the people making that movie seem to understand movie musicals better than like Bill Condon, which like I guess nothing against him. I feel like Dreamgirls works because of his style. I think the reason that this movie's not really working for me and for Mia and for other people
agree with us surprisingly.
like, is because of his filmmaking style. I mean, like, so you watch this, like, no one, he spins, he's, you know, dancing around, slides on slick, runs on quick, you know, he interacts with Gaston.
Tightens the belt on thick.
Like, yeah, and you don't have to do that, obviously. Like, live action, you wouldn't want
Yeah.
to strangle your actors or try to get them to bust a belt off of their neck using just sheer force
But
of
you
will.
think of something else to do.
But yeah, I mean, like, you would think of something more interesting than just, you know,
he says it, and then Gaston kind of reacts, but really doesn't react to whatever's being sung
like,
about him.
than just this. And these shots are composed for nothing. They're composed for nothing. So he walks out of the frame, he steps up on what we can't tell until here. It's the table, okay, whatever. He jumps up on it really quickly, I guess. And then he just kind of is singing to everybody, I guess. But not everybody's paying attention. Some people are, but not everybody. And it's well, now everybody's paying attention. But, like, nothing happened.
He's doing nothing. He's just sitting there.
And I guess Gaston's supposed to be sad, but he's also frustrated. I mean, in the original film, look at this. He's
like, yeah, he's mad.
And he's frustrated with LeFou, too. He doesn't want to hear this. Like, even though he likes hearing people talk about him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he punches LeFou at the beginning of the song.
Well, he's gonna punch him right
And he's
now.
going to punch him again here. Oh, no.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah,
He doesn't know he did it earlier.
No, yeah. But he does the cleft chin thing. Here's the other thing, too. This is the big thing for me. No one's got a small cleft in his chin like Gaston. And then LeFou leaves the frame. And we're staying on Gaston because he has the next line. And then that's good, like, blocking and design and editing. Because then we come back here, another guy, that Gaston, and we hear the clinking of the glasses together with the music. Bum, 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 bum. You know? And then the camera moves here. Give 5 hurrahs, give 12 hip hips. And we are opening up the tavern. We're seeing more
people.
You know? Now here...
we already see just how many people
We kind of like blow it early, you know, and we see the whole tavern right away, which is fine, I guess. But,
look how many people.
There's so many people here. And so, but also I think the problem is there's not a lot of room for the sequence to get bigger. Because we don't see...
He looks like he wants to take a nap.
We already see a lot of people. Yeah. What is this hair with all these, like, these 3 guys here?
I just got that he's trying to make them say darts.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I did not know what he was doing.
It's kind of a weird moment. It took me forever to figure that out.
I thought he was like snapping, like, "Come on, say the next line."
And also, what is this shot?
Yeah, what is this?
It's like he didn't have any shots to work with.
I know.
Like where we were looking at LeFou's face when he's singing. He's singing the damn song, and I can't see his face. And I can't see him singing. And this shot is showing me nothing. Like, I would forgive not seeing who's singing if something was happening. If there was
it's
some
just people
moment.
standing and sitting around watching other people
And then,
sing.
okay, but see, so here's my big thing. Look, what is it? They changed the lyrics. So instead of who's got a small cleft in his, no one's got a small cleft in his chin like Gaston, it's no one's more than the sum of his parts like Gaston.
I don't understand that lyric.
And
that's a strange lyric.
Like I said, so before here, up here, it's... So, LeFou's in the middle of an action. He's being swung by these, you know, tavern goers.
Yeah.
And then he swings in, and we cut to this shot where he swings it into Gaston's face. So it's a 2-shot of the 2 of them.
Death
Here,
face, though.
It's just LeFou doing nothing. And then
he
here...
high fives that lady for some reason.
He does that, whatever.
I don't know why.
And then... LeFou leaves the frame and we stay on Gaston because he's gonna sing his line, right? So you know we're using the camera, we're using the frame effectively.
When the characters are interacting, the ones that should be interacting with each other the most during this song,
the characters
are interacting with each other.
Here,
he's like not even talking to him.
So he finishes the line. Yeah, because he's trying to cheer up Gaston by telling him, "Look how everybody likes you." And I guess it still works here because he's telling everybody, "Look how great Gaston is." But he's not telling Gaston, look how everybody loves you. But anyway, so then instead of like doing something clever like that, where we move from one character to another because of the lyrics, we go from a shot like this of nothing to Gaston. Like we hear the tail end of LeFou on this shot. And
Also, I don't like his voice.
And so he
His
says,
voice is not
and
intimidating.
also I kind of dislike. Again, you don't have to do the exact same thing. I don't want a shot-for-shot remake.
Well, yeah, obviously.
That is not what I want.
We don't want the remake of. Oh. Okay.
We'll go on a little longer.
We don't like the remake of. We don't want the remake of Psycho.
I know, yeah. I don't want a shot-for-shot remake, but what I do want is.
I want the characters.
Well, I want the characters. I want something fun. And the thing is, there's some clip of Bill Condon where he's like, "Why would you remake Beauty and the Beast? It's a perfect movie." And I guess the idea. Well, I'll talk about that later. It's stupid. But anyway, so Gaston, like, this is not. Like, that's not
He
intimidating.
just rolled his eyes.
And this.
Specimen, yes, I'm intimidated.
Like, we get a sense of his muscles. And here, like,
Bro, I
we
can't see anything.
even see his arms. Like,
Yeah, they're
he's
covered.
got the big poofy sleeves. And this is like, I can actually see Gaston's arms.
He is intimidating.
I can see that he's intimidating.
He's just as intimidating as the Beast is.
And the other thing, too, here he's in just
And I guess you could say that this Gaston is just as intimidating as this Beast.
yeah.
Which is not very much.
Like, the thing, too, is that Gaston... Look at this also. This is why set design is also very important. And maybe it's different in the film. Maybe Gaston is not as big of a presence in the town as he is in this film. But in the original film, look at this chair. Look at the chair that he's in. And the idea,
well,
too...
even at Disney World, the tavern is called Gaston's Tavern. So, like, that's probably... He probably owns it.
Yeah, and the thing, too, look at, like, he's hunted these beasts. He doesn't like beasts. And we get a sense of that because he's sitting in a chair made of beasts, on a rug made of beasts, in a room decorated by beasts.
Carcasses.
Like, and this, he's just sitting in some old chair, and then there's, like, a couple of fake
Yeah, they're
heads
like wooden carvings.
on the wall, you know? And this, like, I see that he's a threat to the beast without him even doing anything. He's just sitting in the biggest, most important chair in the tavern.
Yeah.
And you know, that gets done. Yeah. And I don't know, man. It's very strange. So that's Gaston. And if we move very quickly to Belle, we can Belle beating the beast. It's just gonna be like the first thing because everybody's searching it up. So here we go. Oh god. Okay.
Oh god, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so here's again where the problems are going to be coming fast and loose. So they're trying to pay homage. Again, I was reading some forums, and yeah, so some of this I'm taking from other people's observations, but also these are things I noticed as well. It seems as though the movie's in conflict with itself. It wants to pay homage to the animation,
but then also wants to do its own thing.
and it wants to be a little more grounded when it does its own thing. And so you still get this because it's trying to pay homage to the cartoon. All these big, you know, like, look, the camera swung there. That was great.
Yeah.
And then here we go. This is where it all falls apart, ironically enough, as soon as Belle enters into the song.
As soon as she
Belle.
starts singing.
So here we go. Okay, I
have so many problems.
So, regardless of what you think of her singing, whatever, who cares? That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, yeah, her singing, whatever, you know.
Well, also the way it's sung.
Yeah, the way it's sung is kind of weird. I don't like the original film. It's very sing-songy. It's a Broadway song. There goes the baker with his
It has to
tray
flow.
It's very legato.
Well, yeah, when you sing songs that are written like that, they have to be legato.
Yeah.
Because if you sing it staccato,
it doesn't
have the same bite to it.
Yeah. So she sings it very there goes the baker with his tray and she's like talk singing almost, you know. There goes the baker with his tray like always.
You could
weird.
Sing it that way, but you have to sing it because when you do stage stuff, you have to enunciate all your consonants.
Yeah. So anyway, so here's the other problem. In the original film, we cut to the baker on the word tray. And here, like, I don't know why.
Yeah, why are she talking about the baker?
Long.
Where is the baker?
So, like, the first thing we see, I do really enjoy that swinging, you know, like, that's really great. And then we don't get anything like that in the rest of this clip. She says hi to a prisoner, like some guy who's getting arrested, whatever. I don't know.
And smiling about it?
Yeah. And then she says, there goes the baker with his tray like always.
Where's the baker?
Why does she say that in response to seeing
that guy get arrested?
The prisoner guy with his tray like.
Oh, now there's the
baker.
Baker.
At the very least, it does cut in time with the music.
I know, but
there
like...
goes the baker with his tray like always. Cut. That was okay. But the thing is that we need to see him when she's talking about him. I want to see what she's
if
talking
you're
about.
doing it stage-wise, because even in the animated film, like, you see the baker. Like, if you're doing it on the stage, the baker is probably going to be crossing the stage as she's singing it.
Yeah.
And looking at the person she's singing about.
So that way she can interact with him.
And that way the audience can
when
tell
the time comes. And yeah.
That's who that is.
Yeah.
Did she just steal that bread?
No, she leaves it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, did she just Aladdin that guy?
So, who is this man?
Who is the man in the hat?
What is his purpose? Who says Good Morning Bell in the original song? It's the baker, right? And he's like, yeah, because then he says, Marie, the baguettes!
Yeah, where are you off to? The bookshop? I just finished the most wonderful story about a beanstalk and an ogre, and that's nice. Marie, the baguettes, hurry up.
Yeah. See, like, so, okay, here's a huge... Again, it's the same thing with that shot of LeFou in the crowd, like, doing nothing. So he takes his hat off.
Have you lost something again?
Well, I believe I have.
And now he doesn't have his hat on.
I can't remember what. Oh, well, I'm sure
So in this shot, he has his hat on. And
that guy looks like Paul McGann.
The only reason I could say... yeah, he does. The only reason they would use this shot is to keep the continuity between here with no hat and here with a hat. And this shot, this shot right here is... Oh, God, come on. Don't do this. This shot right here. Not this one. This one is nothing. Why would you put this in the movie? He's putting his hat on. It's the back of his head.
I can't even see her.
And then she comes into the frame. She laughs. The audio telling me I should be able to see her, and I can't.
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll come to me.
What was that? Why was that in the movie? You couldn't, like, you're Disney, for God's sake. Just get all your damn money, get reshoots, and film the guy with a stupid hat on. Tell him not to take it off. Like, I don't understand. It is bizarre. Like, it is so strange. Why you... Also, that is so, like, that...
Also, why did she go pet the horses and then go back that way?
This conversation...
That was weird blocking.
This conversation right here completely throws off the rhythm of the song.
Yeah.
Where are you off to?
Why did she pause so long there?
I know, she took forever to answer.
Why didn't you...
It's like they told her, wait till you turn around and then say your line.
Yeah, it's...
Robert. It's about two lovers in fair Verona.
Sounds boring.
Well,
Here we
it
go,
is
another
Romeo
weird
and
shot.
Juliet.
Why did we need to see their feet?
I don't know.
Why did we see their feet? What was the point of that?
Why are all these... Why is this like Madeline, but boys?
Yeah, it is kind of... It's very Madeline-y. But also, it's not...
Why is this important?
I guess, well, what's interesting about that shot, I'll give the movie this, I just thought about this now, is that, like, it's a bunch of little boys going to school, and Belle is reading, and she's a woman, you know. That is interesting, but I think I didn't need to see their shoes to know that. Yeah. Like, they look like girls' shoes anyway.
What a weird shot.
They're wearing the same shoes as Belle. She's got, like, little boots with the heels. Look at them. Look at these little boys with the shoes. Look at that.
Yeah, why did we need that shot?
Yeah, what was the point? Just because Bill Condon's like, oh, it's in time with the music. It's cool. It's like, it's not cool. It's not interesting to look at. But I will give him this. That portion of the song, that little bit right there with the women washing stuff, is more like visually. It's more interesting than anything else.
Look at, she has the same expression in every video.
Boom, 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 boom. Like she looks like slightly worried or concerned.
She looks like she's crying in this one.
So,
lol.
So then we come back here. This shot is what I want to see in a movie musical. This is a movie musical shot. This is, and I'm not saying every movie musical has to look like this. I like the Sweeney Todd movie adaptation, whatever you feel about it. I like the Into the Woods film adaptation, whatever you feel about it, because Stephen Sondheim musicals are not big, grand movie musicals. They don't have a Be Our Guest sequence.
No.
You know? Like, they are...
They don't have big numbers
They're
like
virtually
that.
all sung, and then when there is a big number, it's usually a big number in a personal way. It's between two characters.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a big song because it's important for those characters, you know? And this...
In a Disney movie or Disney musical.
Yeah, you have...
Big numbers is like huge...
Huge big numbers.
Like with big choruses and things like that.
Friend Like Me from Aladdin. Prince Ali from Aladdin. Be Our Guest, Gaston. I mean, these are...
Circle of Life.
Circle of Life. These are big, big numbers, you know? Under the Sea. These are huge musical numbers that you need to direct them well.
I think we're forgetting Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company.
We are, yeah, actually, because that's an amazingly
I love
well-directed sequence.
I love that. I love
Because
that.
the thing is, I know what's going
I
on
love
in that
Oliver
scene.
and Company. If you love Oliver and Company too, thumbs up this video.
Like, the thing with the Oliver and Company...
we need more Oliver and Company.
I know what's going on in Oliver and Company.
Billy
like,
Joel is a master of music.
But yeah, like, this is, you know...
Mrs. Potts is still really scary looking in this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, I can't tell Gaston, like, how intimidating or big he is, because he just looks the same size as everybody. And he's wearing a jacket.
So he starts the song without his jacket, because we know that from the clip from before. And see, I like that shot too, where it's pushing in on Mrs. Potts. The camera's actually doing something. I just want the camera to do something, because it's not fun to look at.
Yeah.
But see, so we know he starts the song without his jacket on. Mm-hmm. And now his jacket is on.
Oh, it says low battery.
Yeah. And I don't know what this means. Like, why would he put it on?
Her dress is disappointing.
Buffalo Man.
He's not a buffalo man.
He's
a
not.
goat man.
Yeah.
Like, just a goat. Oh, you saw his face there.
Finally, a close-up of Lumiere. I can't believe it. I can't believe I just missed it. What is this? So is this like the beginning of the movie?
Oh, look, there's Notre Dame.
Yeah, there is Notre Dame.
Where's Quasimodo at?
Yeah, like it's pushing it.
You know, if something needs like a live action thing, dude,
that
Hunchback,
would be sick.
That would
Can
be
you
dope.
imagine Hellfire
Honestly,
in
yeah.
live action?
Honestly, I would not mind a live action Hunchback of Notre Dame.
You would have to tone down the gargoyle stuff. You'd probably have to cut their song because it's a little too silly.
Yeah.
Or make it less cartoony.
Or you just give them a different song.
Yeah, you give them a different song. Or you rewrite the song so it's less cartoony.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That would be cool because that has less...
It's all human characters.
Yeah.
Like, this is my main problem with the Beauty and the Beast movie. 70% of your cast is going to have to be CG animated anyway. Why would you do this? I don't get it. Whatever. Anyway, this is stupid, and I'm frustrated. Okay.
Like derp face.
Finally, we get a close-up of Lumiere, and...
He looks like Ewan McGregor's character from Robots.
That's what I was thinking, too, dude. I guess
also, I can't stand his French accent. It's awful.
I guess we'll just cut it here, because this is, like, there's too much to talk about. Maybe we'll make another one before the movie comes out again. But yeah.
Oh, but I wanted to talk about the side-by-side
Well,
video.
we'll talk about that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just cut this here because I've got to replace the batteries
Yeah.
anyway. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Well, that's like part one of our...
Yeah, of the frustration.